if it's your first time seeing this podcast, thank you for coming out. So this is actually the first podcast where we have husband and wife at the same time. Mm, yeah. So to give a huge congrats to them for being the first couple like for a single podcast. I'm excited to hear both sides of the story. I'm excited to see where this goes, and I'm ready to hear their story. Again, thank you for coming out. Thank you for coming on to the podcast and taking your time out to come and talk to us and tell your stories. So I won't hold it back any further. I'll give you two the floor to tell us who you are and where you come from, and then we'll get started.
All right. Well, I guess I'll go first. I'm Andrew. Um, Originally from St. Martinville, Louisiana, and we currently live in New Iberia. And kind of got a mechanic background growing up with my dad and everything. And I just been after cars and bikes pretty much my whole life, man. So that's me.
I'm Silver, spelled like the color. Um, I grew up in Maurice, Louisiana, and now I'm in Iberia, obviously. I'm 24. I don't know if that matters.
Probably not, but
Probably not.
I'm 27. But thanks for having us on the podcast, man.
I know, of course. I thank y'all for being here. I always said I don't have a podcast without stories, so I thank y'all more than y'all thank me, honestly. But we'll hop right to the first segment. So this is for you, Andrew.
Okay.
You grew up with a dad as a mechanic. So tell us how early the cars become like normal for you.
Well, so pretty much for as long as I can remember, I mean, kind of like any other kid that had a dad as a mechanic, just handing him wrenches, holding flashlights, just the normal stuff. And so I kind of just grew up around it as far as the mechanic side goes. And I learned a little bit along the way as far as, mods and stuff like that. But it was mostly just mechanic work. So my dad really instilled that to me. And I'm glad I got that as a skill because as I started like really growing in my passion for cars, that helped me a lot be able to appreciate them a little bit more, knowing the mechanical side, as opposed to just knowing what the cars are and really knowing how they work. It kind of really furthered my passion for it, and going forward, it's going to continue furthering my passion for it, just being able to really understand the cars. So yeah, it's always been part of my life. It's kind of ingrained in me.
Okay, and Silver, you said your introduction was more through influence and exposure, right? Um, what stuck with you early on?
So I think I always had a love for cars because I remember playing video games like on the original Xbox. I don't even know what racing games I would even play. And then it went to a PlayStation. I had a whole racing like steering wheel, like pedals, all that. It wasn't like the full sim, but I just remember playing games, and I guess it was kind of like my Barbie doll dress up, kind of like I would just like spend so long like just editing like the cars. Um, but my dad, he was really good because he taught me like the things I would need to know,
Hmm.
like kind of like the oil changes, everything. And he also like he has a love for muscle cars. He had Mustangs, and he had to whenever he was younger, he had to give them up because he was getting too many tickets. Um, but he would always like point out cars to me, especially like American Muscle because that's his favorite, obviously. Um, and
Yeah, I think he said he had but 2 Mustangs whenever he was coming up.
I thought he had 3.
2 or 3. He had a few Mustangs, so he's all American muscle.
Yeah, and I lost my thought.
I'm sorry, that's my bad.
Yeah.
I can't say Mustangs is very popular, bro. We had a good amount of guests come on to the podcast, and they grew up with the same kind of background with Mustangs, bro. So Mustangs definitely is one of the most popular cars so far. I'm peeping with everybody who come onto the podcast. Some,
Yeah.
but just give us a little like take us back to when you was in the shop with your dad and like just how was it working with him?
Well, my dad's kind of an interesting person. He's very quiet. He doesn't really say a whole lot. I mean, he
Okay.
opens up every now and then, and so a lot of the learning that I did was kind of like trial by fire. It was like, hey, I need you to do this. Uh, you're gonna need all the tools you need are in this toolbox. And then I kind of had to kind of just figure it out. And then if I mess something up, obviously he'd come help me fix it. But it was a lot of trial by fire. But I think that did definitely help me learn better,
Mm-hmm.
as opposed to him just holding my hand all the way through it. Because a lot of mechanic work is trial and error. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's especially when it comes to the diagnostic side. It's you got to really think about it, figure it out, and try different things to see what works and what doesn't. And so I do appreciate him teaching me that. But being able to be exposed to a lot of different cars, that was probably the coolest part because my dad actually had a mechanic shop for quite a while at our house, and every now and then we get a really cool car to come through. I remember one time we had it was what year was that Mustang? I'm going back to Mustangs. It was I want to say it was like maybe a 2010 Mustang GT California Special, and it had a Pro Charger on it. That thing was cool, man. I got to go for a ride in that whenever once he finished fixing it. I think he was just doing a tune up on it, but we got to go for a little test drive. That was fun. I remember one time it was a early 2000s Dodge 2500, and it had like a big compound turbo setup on it. And dude, that thing was unreal. So it's just different experiences like that. Just cars that were just coming through the shop just for regular work, and just being able to be exposed to that, because otherwise I would have never been able to experience any of those types of vehicles outside of that. And so that made me get even more and more drawn into the car scene. So that was definitely very, very enjoyable.
Okay. That is dope. That is a good childhood too to have to like where you like into cars. Um okay, Silver. Let's see. So I'm just go back a little bit. How did you benefit from your dad teaching you the basics early on?
It definitely got me interested. It wasn't like super interest because I'm like Andrew. I didn't grow up like with being exposed to like all kinds of cars and whatnot. It was mostly just like what I would see, um, video games, movies, what I was told. Um, my friend's dad, he had subwoofers. That was the first time ever I got to actually experience it, and that changed my life. Um, I don't know.
Well, speaking of subwoofers, that's another big thing too. Um, that's kind of like a part of the car scene that is like kind of isolated from the rest of the car scene, even though I feel like it used to be like a really big part of the car culture. It's like car audio, but I feel like now it's
Mm-hmm.
like super super separated. But I kind of have a background in both, because that's another thing that my dad taught me too, is car audio. Because literally every single car either my dad or my mom owned growing up always had a subwoofer, even if it was just 110 or if it had 412s. Like we always had subwoofers. So the car audio side, that's another really cool part that I enjoy too. So he taught me as far as wiring and how to pair amplifiers and subwoofers and understanding wattage and ohms and all that kind of stuff. So that was another thing that he really taught me too.
So, um, my dad, well, yeah, he basically when we was growing up, we would go down there and see him because he stayed in West Palm Beach. We stayed in Daytona, but he was big into speakers. And once we built, we built like our own box, built the amp, and then eventually my brother put that in his car. So we kind of had a background and building speakers too at one point, but it didn't really transfer over. Like once we did it that first time,
Yeah,
that was it. We didn't never like do it again. It was just that one time. It was like a one and done type thing. But
I got you.
that was my background into speakers. Was he still do it now? He's still DJ. He still makes speakers and. But for me, it was just that once and done. But you do got a point though. Just going back to what you said about the car audio and the car scene, it is isolated. You do see some cars at a car meet that's just speakers, literally door jams full of speakers.
Yeah,
You see those, but it's not very often. So that is something you did see a lot more back then than in today's car scene.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, it used to be like that was almost part of your build. Like if you didn't have car audio in your build, it's like it wasn't really a build. And now it's like they have car audio car shows, and then they have just like regular car shows. It's like two completely different things. Like we even went
So
to a car show, was it last year, where like they had the car audio section, and then like on the complete other side of the park is where the rest of the cars were, and it was just completely separated.
um I actually just let's see, because the meets I went to, I think I've seen like literally one car that was strict that was all about audio. I mean, he still had it like done up, he still had it like wrapped, some nice rims on it, but his was mainly just straight audio. Like
Yeah.
he had speakers everywhere, bro. Um, but I just met a dude named Shane, and I'm actually finna host a car, not host a car meet, but like partner up with a car meet, and they do audio cars out there too, where they have a spot just for like cars with the audio in them. So that should be a fun experience. It's at the end of the month this month, but
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
should be a fun experience.
Yeah. Have you ever been in like one of those trucks that got like big old subwoofer? Dude, it's an experience. That car show we went to, they had this guy with an Avalanche. He had 412s
Mm.
in the bed of the truck that was
On the
ported.
bed of the truck?
Yeah, so the box was in the bed of the truck, and he had it ported into the cab. Dude,
Oh shit!
that truck was falling apart. There were literally parts falling out of the truck while we were sitting in it. He was playing some music. It was crazy.
That I
Bro,
could.
he's jamming.
They had to open my door from the outside.
Yeah, her door handle broke after she got in. They
No,
had to
no, it never worked.
Oh, it never worked at all. Oh,
No.
well, those trucks, like, they just fall apart because it just vibrates the crap out of them. It's crazy. But yeah, if
Mm.
hopefully you get to experience that, dude. It's awesome.
I seen a video on. I seen somebody's on TikTok where there was get in the front seat, and then
Uh,
they'll play the speakers, and you see the hair just going
oh
everywhere.
yeah, yeah. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, that it seeing it on video doesn't do it justice. It's such an experience. It's awesome.
I went to a custom car show. And they had this one guy. I think it was a Crown, a town car Crown. Yeah, it was like
I think it was a
yeah,
Crown Vic. It looked like it was a Crown Vic.
bro. You know them cars are huge.
Hmm.
Right behind the passenger seat was like big. So I don't remember like the size subwoofers, but it was like all right behind you. The whole doors was just speakers. There's amps, wires everywhere, and when I got in there, it was shaking my hair out of my ponytail. It was great. Loved it.
My uncle had a Crown Vic, and he had a speaker set up, but it wasn't nowhere near what we talking about though. But
Yeah,
like he still had like it was enough. It was enough the way the trunk sometimes would pop open
yeah,
because all the bass he had in it. So bro, it's like at some point I used to love getting in his car. Then over time I used to hate getting in his car because bro your chest just be boom boom boom. I was like,
yeah,
oh
yeah.
man, just turn it down just a little bit, gang.
for sure. Yeah.
Take down just a little bit,
Honestly,
man.
yeah, and honestly, my Prelude is actually the first car that I have that I'm probably not gonna put speakers in, just because I don't have the watt the amperage for it from my alternator because it's getting used up by everything else. But even my work truck, I got 210s in my work truck. She's got 212s in her car. I used to have a
I
little
seen that on Instagram.
yeah, yeah. She's got
I seen it on
212
Instagram.
sundowns. Those bump pretty hard.
Yeah. I got. I guess the reason why I never put any in my car was I like to hear the sound of my car more than my music. So I think that's why I never put any in my car.
I feel that. I feel that for sure.
Cause I drive a CLS 550. It's a '08, but I got a straight pipe
Okay.
and like I'll play my music. I'll play it enough to where I can hear it, but I rather hear the car over the music sometimes.
Yeah, yeah,
So I think that's why I switch out of having a system in my car. I mean, I want one for days where it's raining and I can't hear the car than the music. But other than that, I think I fell in love more with the sound of the cars and I'm driving than the music.
yeah, for sure.
I like having my options.
That's why I say for like for when it rains, then I would want like a sound system. That way I can just jam the fuck out. But on a good sunny day, windows down, uh, sunroof open, and I'm just vibing to the car.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right, let's see. And I think a lot of us can actually agree with this. Fast and Furious, Need for Speed, and all racing games, right? So I'm gonna ask Silver first. How much of that era shaped your taste and like your vision for cars and the car scene?
A lot. Um, cause like I said, I didn't grow up with like working on cars or anything, so
Hmm.
mine was just like the visuals, I guess. And I mean, I guess that's not too good because I had to learn a lot. Like, oh, you can't do that with the car. Oh, the car, like, because Fast and Furious, they're going over the bridge
Hmm.
and they're still driving their car. I mean, obviously it's damaged, but I'm like, oh, that like you really can't drive it after. And so he taught me a lot, but um, just with the Underglow, like it still had like its parts where nitrous, like I wouldn't have known. I mean, other than like racing games, um, but just like the customization part of it, that's the part that I love. Just making it like how you want it to be, and not caring what the other people think, whether it's a tuner, American Muscle, just like being at the car show and like loving what you love and enjoying that with others.
I'm sorry. I heard everything, and I think in a way we can relate. Same way. Like I didn't have a full background into cars, so I kind of got into it the same way you did. It became more like a passion. It started with like racing games. We had a Nintendo 64, and when I first got into cars, I was playing a game called Rush. I don't know if y'all know about that game.
I think I played it one time. One of my friends had a 64. I think I might have played that game.
So, um, it started for me with that game. Then I wanted to say I went to the Need for Speeds, and then Midnight Club is what really like took the cake and like just
Yeah,
after that I was like damn, but like then I like fell in love with cars to the max. I never had a racing sim though. Like I really want one though, but like I've never had one.
it's fun. It's fun. I have one. Well, it's not like a full sim, but it's I've got the steering wheel, the shifter, pedals, and like the little setup. The only thing I don't have is the actual racing seat. But other than that, I have the rest of it. It's a lot of fun. It completely changes how you play racing games. I'll tell you that.
I'm
Especially
gonna get one day, bro, for sure.
Get one with the I think it's not haptic feedback. Is it?
The
It's like
force feedback.
yeah, with the feedback. So
Yeah.
like the wheel, it'll want to go back straight,
Yeah,
and
it's
like you can
just like you're driving like a real
yeah.
car. Yeah.
Okay.
That force feedback is really cool.
I do want to say really quick, I'm not distracted if you think that, but we had a dude named Max come on to the podcast,
Uh-huh.
and me and Max stayed in contact. Like Max done like a brother to me, but he came to me one day about wanting to go into acting, right? But he said he never got the chance to.
Hmm.
But I told him, bro, like you live once, shoot for your dreams, right? Like shoot for the moon, bro. So his friend act, and his friend got him like a small gig to go and try to act somewhere else.
Yeah.
He just texted me and he said he got invited to the showcase in Atlanta.
Oh, sweet.
Awesome.
That's
So
awesome, man.
that's dope, bro. Like
That's awesome.
it's all topic, but that's another thing with this podcast that I'm trying to actually make it to like a community. Like
Yeah.
after we talk, it won't be the last time. I promise you. So I try to stay in contact with everybody. I try to I'm gonna take something from y'all from this podcast, and in my future plans, I'm gonna add it into that. It's all topic, but I just want y'all to know how much I appreciate y'all for coming on to the podcast.
Yeah.
So any dream y'all kind of have that's correlated going forward, I'm gonna try to make it happen through the podcast and the community I'm building. I have to show y'all what I'm working on behind the scenes for the car community. But it's things like this I just want, I enjoy though because like I say, I build bonds with people, um, and it's dope. I kept telling him to go chase that passion, bro, and that dream. And now that he did it, and he see that he can do it, it's dope.
Yeah, man. That's really awesome. That's
It is.
fantastic. I always try to remind myself the worst thing somebody can say is no. So if you want to do something, just go for it. The worst they can say, I mean, they can say worse than no, but at the end, it just boils down. It boils down to no, regardless of what they say. If it's a no, so and after that, you just move on. But you can all you can do is try.
All you can do is try. So I do want to ask back to Sil real quick before we switch to you, Andrew. What's your favorite car growing up?
Probably the Dodge Challenger.
Respect. That's mine. What that was mine.
What's your favorite now?
PLS.
Oh,
Got
like
you.
I
Huh?
don't know how to brain for
Oh, okay.
it.
Let's see. I say this for like when you're a car enthusiast, you have dream cars, but you have like it's like layers to it. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes.
So like you have like the obtainable dream car. Then you have the dream cars. So give me your like ultimate dream car, like the one that like if you reach a certain point in life, that's the first car you will buy. What's that dream car for you?
Why are you looking at me?
He's asking you. That's why I'm looking at
Oh,
you.
oh, he's asking me. Oh, uh, like buying off the lot or like
Let's just say you had ultimate money and you're going to buy that one dream car that you thought you could never get.
Don't think about it too hard.
well, I'm gonna just do the first one that came into my head, which was the Bugatti Chiron, cause that I don't know. There's just something about that one I love.
Beautiful car.
I'm not gonna lie to you. At first, I was not with the hype for it. Right? I'm
Really?
like, yeah, bro. Not to you. At first, I was just like, it's all right. Like it's straight. But we ended up going to a dealership in West Palm Beach, and they had an all white one. I mean, all like the rims was white, interior white, paint was white. Then I was like, okay,
Yeah,
now I see the hype of this car.
yeah.
So,
I feel like the more you look at it, the more beautiful it gets. Like it's genuinely a beautiful car. I love the Chirons so much. They look way better than the Veyrons for sure.
oh, big time, bro,
Yeah,
big time.
it's a beautiful car.
It does. Like I said, like just from videos and pictures, I was like, it's not ugly at all. Like it's a nice car,
Yeah,
but I'm just like, I just don't see the hype in it until I seen it in person.
yeah, yeah.
And I was just like, okay, never mind. I take everything I said back. I take everything I said back, bro. It is a beautiful car.
Facts.
All right, Andrew, what is your favorite obtainable dream car?
Obtainable, like right now, obtainable dream car. Uh,
Hmm.
hmm. I'd probably say C6 Z Z06 or no Z01. Yeah,
Respect.
I think. Sorry, my phone was ringing. Um, I'm thinking. I'm thinking of the right trim, right? ZR1.
Hmm.
Okay, yeah. No, yeah, ZL1 is Camaro. I always get confused between the ZR1 and the ZL1. Anyway, yeah, the C6 ZL1 ZR1. Um, they call them Blue Devil. I love those cars. The C6 is my favorite model for sure. Um, so if I could get one, yeah, I mean, it's not something I could afford at the moment, but it's definitely an obtainable dream car.
Hmm.
It's not something that I
Most
have
stuff.
to be a millionaire to get.
Okay, now if you had all the money in the world, what's your dream car?
I'd probably say a Zonda, a Pagani Zonda, only because that was probably the first supercar that ever really caught my eye when I was growing up. I'd see supercars, but like the Zonda was the first one I was like, dang, that thing is cool. So it'd probably be a Zonda.
So I can say my favorite obtainable dream car is the 2014 CLS AMG. I seen it. I can recall the first day I seen it. We was leaving the mall, and I seen the taillights on it. I'm like, damn, what the fuck is that? So as we riding by, I'm like this, like out the window like this, just looking at it. I'm just like, so I'm just like, that's in front of it. I was just like, yeah, I got it. I don't know what that is, but one day when I figure out what it is, I'm getting that car.
What motor does that
That's
have in it?
uh, I want to say it's a 6.2.
Okay.
It's
V8.
twin turbo. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
it's
I know
twin
that.
turbo. The one I have now is a 5.5, but I think that was a 6.2 or a 6.3. I know it's twin. It's I want to say it's a 6.2, but it's twin turbo.
Okay.
I think. I could be wrong on that one. I get that mixed up a lot.
Well, whatever it is, those Mercedes V8s sound really good. I love the way those V8 sound because they still use a cross plane in those, don't they?
I believe so.
Instead of a flat plane.
I, I believe so.
Yeah, yeah. They
That's
sound.
something I forgot. I lied to you. Like I used to know all about that car, bro.
Uh,
But like I can talk about it, but then when I get asked a question about it, bro, I forget every time.
I'm the same way. I'm the same way.
All right, so let's see. We can like I was saying before, like I feel like everybody, not everybody, a lot of us got into the car scene from Fast and Furious and Need for Speed. But how would y'all rate the car community today?
How would I rate it?
Hmm.
LOL.
Like 1 to 10. I'd give it a solid 6, and that's bouncing back from maybe a few years ago when I'd say it was probably a 4. So it's getting better. It's getting better. That's what I would rate it.
That's
Okay,
what I was thinking of.
6.
Cause five's too low and seven's too high.
Yeah, and
okay,
I don't
five,
like doing
six.
half numbers. So
Okay, well, better question. Why?
so for me, the thing that's been bothering me with the car community lately is and I've heard other people say this, even people that have been on the podcast before. It's clout chasing. It's because of how much social media has influenced this. I say younger, even though we're still young, but even the newer kids that are coming into the car scene, social media has influenced them so much that it's just all about clout chasing, and that's hurt the car community so much because the people that are clout chasing end up doing stuff that gets them in trouble and puts a bad name on the car scene, and like especially like with takeover culture and stuff like that, it's it ruined the car scene almost to the point where you couldn't really have car meets at all without it getting shut down because that's all that was ever going on. And so it's starting to bounce back a little bit, and it's on a good trajectory for sure because we got a new car group in our area that we just kind of helped join and start up, and that's starting to
Okay.
be really nice. So it's getting better, but it's not quite there yet. It's got a lot of improvement to do.
And for you, Silver?
I mean, for me, I guess it's like more so. Well, I mean, maybe it's the same, but like attitude wise, like
Hmm.
if you don't have this, why did you come? Or oh, it's not this, oh, it's not that. And then so I meet a lot of people. I'm like, oh, hey, I love your car. Like, just to be friendly and whatnot. And I'm like, I never see you at the meets or anything. And then they're like, oh, they kind of feel like how I feel sometimes, where I'm like, well, yeah, it's got scratches. Oh, it has this, and oh, it's not car show. It's not like car me worthy. And I'm just like, what you mean?
Yeah,
And it's just like the attitudes around it, and it keeps all like the genuine people, or well, not necessarily like just the genuine people, but the people that actually love their cars, but they just feel kind of just too judged whenever they go, or like there's just like a lot of not hate, but I don't know.
it's a
I
lot of
can't.
judgment. Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of judgment.
I definitely get where you're going, and it is hard to put it in words when you're trying to actually like explain it. So what I can say just from experience from going to car meets, because I'm gonna touch back on you, Andrew, with what you said about starting a car group and stuff. I'm gonna touch back to that because in 23 I started a car group. Um, and whenever we would go to car meets, you would hear a lot of judging, and you would hear a lot of nitpicking. You would hear a lot of why even come to a meet if this, or why come if that, or why come if why, just a lot of whys. And then you got a lot of people looking down on other people's vehicles, and for what, you don't know where they at with their build. You don't know how their build going if it's their first time with that. You just don't know the people's story behind their car, right?
Yeah,
And me and dude named Shane were just literally just talking about this too on the last podcast. And then the more I talk about it, the more I can elaborate on what I'm trying to say. Right. So if you at a certain point with your bill to the point where it's done for you, you don't put the time in, the money in, and now it's like it's set for you. Do not think you are better than everybody else who's still building their car because you was at that same point at one point in time. So don't come to the car meets judging or looking down at everybody else, or even on social media. Don't go out your way to tell somebody else that their car should be this, should be that.
yeah,
You shouldn't want somebody's car to be your vision of their car. It's not your car.
exactly.
So when it comes to that part of car scene for both of y'all and both of y'all standpoints, I definitely agree. We have too many egos in the car scene. Some people got too much pride to the point where they think they bigger than everybody else. They think they bigger than everything else in the car scene. No,
Yeah,
it's I personally don't like that either because like like we just said, we all start at some point. You know, our car, even when your car fully done, in my opinion, as a car person, it's never fully done
No, of course not.
because you still want to change something. To you, it'll always be a work in progress because you like, damn, I could do this better, I could do that better. But to the people who come in, and then you have people who's really not a part of the car scene. They just in it just to be in it. You know, they they probably got a car. They probably got a car that everybody talk about, and now they got it. They feel like they are part of a certain standard or they fit a certain narrative within the car scene.
Mhm.
They also give the car scene a bad rep.
Yeah, yeah. And speaking of that, that makes me think of the whole built versus bought debate. So that bothers me to a certain point because like you said, there are people that like they'll get a car and they automatically think that they're maybe better than somebody because just because they were able to afford that car, or then they have
Hmm.
somebody that'll build a car and just because I bought this car instead of building it, now all of a sudden you're looking down on me. It's like that sort of judgment needs to go away. But I do feel what you're saying though, as far as the the ego aspect of it. But like my Prelude, for instance, my Prelude is fully built. It's got turbo, built block, everything, and I
Okay.
bought it like that. But I bought it like that because one, it's what I wanted. I wanted a car,
Hmm.
and I've come from the building aspect of it too. But I don't have the space and or time to be able to dedicate to that car and be able to have it in a reasonable time. Like maybe 10 years down the road, I'd be able to have that built, but I wanted it right now. So
Hmm.
that's how a lot of people are when they go to buy cars. It's like they might not have built it themselves, but they still appreciate the car. They know everything about the car and
Hmm.
they wanted it right now. They could have it right now. So why judge them for it?
You know what? I'm kind of glad you brought that up. A long time ago, I had this really wild idea. I mean, legit wild idea. All right, was to start up automotive. Was to start up an actual God damn, what the hell they called? Dealership.
Uh-huh.
Was to own a dealership, and in that dealership, I was gonna have already built cars, and then I was gonna have some slightly modified, and then some slightly stock. Right?
Okay. That's an interesting
Crazy idea,
concept.
right? Right, like crazy
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah.
So, but I was gonna do that because you have some people who legit like cars, but they're not hands on like that. They wasn't
Yeah.
taught hands on. They didn't learn like me. I didn't come from a garage background. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So when I got into cars, and to be honest, I'm still learning a lot about cars. If I'm being honest to you, right?
Yeah. Well, we're all still learning.
So I'm just like, well, no, it was a crazy idea, but we could have cars already built, but can still be built onto, then have basically the idea of that concept was for people like me or for other people who kind of relate to me. Like, okay, well, I don't
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
much about cars, so if I get a starting point and I can learn everything about that, and
Mhm.
then take it and build it how I want to build it.
Yeah. Exactly.
So I feel like you shouldn't be judged if you buy a car that's already built. It comes with everything you already. It comes with everything you wanted anyway. So it's like a jump start. So
Exactly.
now something break, I gotta learn how to fix it. So now I'm learning to be hands on while I got everything that I wanted. So it's just it just gets to a point, bro, where like we gotta stop thinking we better than everybody else. We gotta stop thinking, oh, it's all about me, or if I if I got to this point in life, you can too. Yeah, well, I'm getting there. Like,
Yeah.
Mm.
Exactly.
don't put me on your timeline. I'm gonna get there on my own timeline. So I don't. I think that is the part of the car scene that if we could switch, or if we could do better. I think that would be a huge jump for the car scene. So now I ask, if there's one thing you can change within the car scene, what would it be?
Mirror silver.
No, you first.
Okay. One thing that I could change in the car scene, it would. Uh, well, hold on. I gotta think about that. Now you see, you put me on the spot. All right. um, it would definitely be the egos. It's just got to be the ego. It just people have just got to just if somebody's showing up at a car meet, they're not showing up at a. I mean, maybe every now and then, every once in a blue moon, you might get somebody that shows up just to peacock, just to be a jerk, just to try to show off. But that's 9 times out of 10. That's not the reason people are showing up at car meets. So if somebody's showing up at a car meet, introduce yourself, go talk to them. They're there for the same reason that you're there for. And don't
Exactly.
be so closed off like, oh, well, I know this person. I'm only going to talk to this person. And anybody else that shows up, I don't want to talk to them. They're not part of my group. It's like, no, we're all at the car meet for the same reason. It's because we love
Hmm.
cars. I want to look at your car. I want you to look at my car. That's why I'm here. So that would probably be the biggest thing I changed because that's something that I noticed with so many car meets that we go to around here. It's like, and not to pick on the older guys, but the older guys are probably the biggest culprits of this. Is we'll go to a car meet and all the old
The
guys
lawn
they
chairs.
got their lawn chairs out. They sit in a group, and if you go up and try to talk to them, it's like talking to a brick wall, dude. And it's like I thought we were here because we love cars, but they're there almost as like just a little just to sit down and talk to each other. It's like, well, go do that at your house. If you're not here to talk about cars, then why are you here?
Or don't sit like right in front of your car so we can't go look at it.
Mm. Okay,
Well, I
so
don't know about all that. I mean, the people that sit in front of their car. I understand you don't want to stand around if you're a little bit older. Sit down. That's fine, but be willing to talk to people. Be willing to accept anybody that shows up to a car meet. Just because, like I said, we're all there for the same reason. It's because we love cars.
hmm
So that's what I would change.
okay.
For me, what you said, egos?
I mean, yeah, kind of,
Or
He
yeah,
said he goes.
yeah,
yeah.
that's kind of how mine is. Cause I notice, which I have a lot of social anxiety, so I completely understand. But like, I notice like girls, like I would never go to a car show on my own, or like a car meet by myself. But it's like I'll see like other girls and like they'll just stay in their car. But I feel like because the car scene had became what it has with the egos and then like people like me, like you grew up enjoying cars, but you never got the hands-on experience. You don't have all the knowledge. Like you have to have somebody to teach you. You can't learn everything off of YouTube.
Hmm.
But I know it's like more so like if like that attitude wasn't in there, I feel like it would especially be so much better. Well, I mean for the car girls in the scene, but like for everybody. But it's just like it's not inviting, and it's kind of like you don't want to go by yourself because it's kind of scary. So you just like sit in your car and like, okay, I'm gonna do it. No, I'm not. I'm gonna do it. No, I'm not. Because one me he had left to show somebody his car, and I was like, oh, I don't know nobody, so I'm like gonna stay in my car because I'm just like, well, guess this is my life now.
Yeah, but
So I can speak to both of that. What not to both of y'all said. My first ever car meet, um, was in St. Augustine, and the car meet was at a Bucky's. Bucky's. It was a Bucky's. Now they have some huge gas stations, right? It's like 100 pumps, I think.
oh yeah, I've been to
So the
Bucky's.
park, bro, the parking is huge, and that was a huge car meet. I mean, like it wrapped around like half of the parking lot, right? So you had some younger people in lawn chairs just sitting by their car, and they was on the legit the other half. of the car meet.
Uh-huh.
I want to say like, how can I put this without? No, I'm just be honest. When you go to a car meet, you got the hot spots, then you got the spots that's not as hot,
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
and then you got them chill spots, right?
Yeah.
So they legit set in the chill spot of the car meet where you park at. They sat over there, but the car meet was on the other side. So, and they was like our age. Like I'm 31, so I'm older than y'all, but still not by yeah, here or there. But um, and they were sitting down the whole time in the car meet. And you got a good standpoint. If you go into a car meet, you should want to network, socialize,
Yeah.
get people to talk about your car. But I feel like I'm not saying it in a bad way. I feel like some people go to the car meets and they want people to come up to them about their car, but they
Uh-huh.
won't go look at your car. They ask about it. They're like, oh, that's nice. But they don't really actually care to go actually look at it.
Yeah.
They just want you to come talk to them about their car, and that's that. So, granted, if you're coming to a car meet, again, don't make it about you. You're there for the community. You're there for networking, to meet new people, to meet new friends. That's what a car scene really could be something truly beautiful if it's done the right way. Or
100%.
if you got people who's actually willing to go out and network. Then to what Silver said, I never want to go to a car meet by myself. And I'm a dude. So because it's a little awkward. You don't know nobody. You don't know how to. I mean, I can go to you and be like, okay, bro, cool, nice car. But then after that, it's like,
Yeah. Yeah.
then it's like a still wall. Of like, okay, well, what's next? Like, what do I bring up next? So
Yeah.
now I'm just keep walking. So you do that, but in this sense, you stood up by yourself. So it's still like I get both where y'all coming from because it took me a little minute to open up to really go to talk to people, and then from just saying, okay, bro, nice car, to asking them what they did to it, or to ask the female what she did to it.
Uh,
And I feel like when it comes to a female in the car scene, and you don't have that knowledge, people can be, bro, they can be dicks for no reason.
yeah.
If I'm out here, that's already me telling you I want to know about cars. I want to learn
Yeah.
about cars. Like
Yeah.
just read the room, gang.
And
Like
that's where the inviting part comes in, like just being inviting to people that are showing up as opposed to like judging them and just because they don't know a whole lot. Well, that's why they're there. They want to learn more. But also, you have to put in your part on it and actually be willing to go and talk to the person. So it's both sides. And
mhm.
I've even been guilty of it too, going to car meets and it's like I don't really talk to anybody, or I'll walk around, I'll look at the cars, and I might not really talk to the person just because they might seem a little intimidating. But that's on me to be more willing to talk to the person, but also for the people that are more established in the car scene to be more inviting. Like if you see a new person, go up and talk to them. Like last night, we had a car meet and we had a guy, we were doing a cruise to a spot actually, and so they had a guy that ended up just tagging along with us, and when he showed up, I'm like, I don't recognize who that is, but I went up, introduced myself, chatted him up a little bit, got to know him and figure out where he was from, and so we had a good conversation, and he's probably going to end up coming and meeting with us a few more times. So it's just stuff like that. Like if you're more established and you see somebody new, go talk to them. So that's it's both sides that we all need to work on it a little bit to try to make it more of a community.
And to that, I'll just say this much: I give you respect for that. One, because you gave them a positive experience within the car scene. Most people don't get that. they either get they either get pushed out or they get that unwanted feeling when they're
Yeah.
trying to get into the car scene.
Uh,
So the fact that you took time out of your day to go make them feel wanted in the car scene, bro, later to you is a prime example of what we need more in the car scene. So that small little gesture you did, bro, can make a huge difference on him coming back to the car scene.
yeah, I hope so. I hope so. That's what I want to see more of, man.
So y'all can check the group chat. I said something in the group chat that we got on TikTok,
Oh,
and then I'll explain what that is in a few seconds.
okay. Is this an idea you got?
Hmm.
That looks pretty dope, man. Where is this gonna be at? Or where do you want it to be at? Or do you want it to be multiple places?
Multiple places. It'll start. I'm trying to first start it here
Uh huh.
in Florida, and then once it becomes successful in Florida, we going somewhere else. And then once that's successful, we going somewhere else. Then once that's successful, we going somewhere else. So, but the overall plan for that is to bring the car scene more together
Yeah, man. That'd be awesome.
because two reasons why I started this podcast. First is to let people know that their story is worth hearing, to let them know that they matter, and to let them know they have a spot to feel safe. Like if y'all ever want to talk to me or just come to me about anything, like I said, I don't know everything in the car scene, you know,
Mm.
but I am here for you though. So I want to build this into an actual community, not just a podcast. It start with the podcast, but I want it to be more than just a podcast, right? So that's the first reason. The second reason is I want to give the car community a home where we can control the narrative, where we can control how you see the car scene because they don't see the beautiful side of the car scene. The only thing they get pushed out is straight negativity.
Yep.
They never show the good side of the car scene, and that's why I started this. That way, you can hear the people in the car scene tell their story, give their opinion. So, what I'm building, I'm trying to build. I have my I have my whole sheet ready to pitch to investors and everything, but I have everything ready. Um, I just want to give us the space to have literally everything at one spot. All right. Um, Drag script. Everybody love drifting. So the drift pad, then have a spot dedicated for car meets. Have a barn area that where like we can all come in and lounge at. Have a podcast right in the middle.
Uh huh.
Then have stuff around the podcast so people would just like relax, chill, and just have a good time within the car scene. And then if you ever want to like if you're doing like a weekend event or like a week long event and you want to actually stay like there,
Uh huh.
that's where the cabins come in. Now you can stay on site. So like if you got a drift, if you got a drag like a drag strip competition, you got the cabin so you can stay on site. Or I'm gonna build a spot for like RVs and stuff. So now it's like a one stop shop for everything in a car scene. And eventually when it gets big enough, I'm gonna add bikes to it also.
Okay. Hell yeah. Maybe some bays and stuff to add to that as well, like some work bays. That'd be pretty cool.
Hmm. And
Yeah.
that's my plans too.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. That'd be awesome.
Because my good friend, we had kind of the same concept. And so um I forgot how we structured it, but like we're gonna have like a what the word for it. I think of the word for it. I'll come back to it. But I want to say like a partnership with like race teams
Okay.
where they can store their cars in. They can store like they can basically store their car for somewhere for storage. Then have like work areas. And then just have a garage for people to come and put their car in for pictures, photos, stuff like that. Like so it'll consist of all of that. But it'll just give the car scene a legit home. And then for like people like us, we
Uh-huh.
got somewhere to go. Because I plan on doing like a long ass road for just rollers. Um, I just plan on just giving this to the car scene, everything we do outside of the car scene.
Yeah.
Then like have like I want to say have like a fake gas station almost posted, straight pictures. So I have a lot planned for it, and that's the biggest thing that I'm working on. I found some property out here in Florida to start at.
Hmm.
So that's the main goal with
That's
this.
gonna
And
be
then the
really cool,
second,
man.
I think so.
Yeah, that's gonna be
Oh
really
yeah.
cool because
And then I
there's
do.
there's nothing there's
Sorry.
nothing like that out there right now for sure.
It's not. And sorry to cut you off, but if y'all do have any ideas, shoot them. Just text me ideas, bro, and then I'll try to incorporate that into what I'm doing.
For sure, for sure. I'll think. I'm sure I can think.
Yeah, bro, just let me know. Because, like I say, I plan on getting that out this year to investors. I have some car meets that I'm for sure going to hit that I know where potential investors will be at.
Uh huh.
So it's getting off the ground. Um, this year. And if it not if I stop saying if when it goes right, it just start in Florida because that's where I'm from, and we kind of have the best weather year round.
Yeah.
We don't get no snow. I mean, we get hurricanes, but like that's we haven't got a major hurricane in the last like what my area has it.
What part
Last
of
like
Florida are you in?
Daytona.
Daytona.
Daytona and D-Land. So it's like borderline. It's near Orlando, you could say.
Okay, yeah, I know about what you're talking about.
So I'm in that area,
Gotcha.
but it has a lot of potential, and I'm gonna make it happen. And then when I make it happen, it start like I say, it start in Florida, and it'll venture out. But in the meantime, I am gonna start hosting car meets sponsored by the podcast, right?
Okay.
And my goal is, so where are y'all from exactly?
So we're from the Lafayette area of Louisiana. It's kind of like South Central Louisiana.
Okay, so y'all will be the first that I did in Louisiana. Well, first from the podcast from Louisiana. What I'm trying to do is, anytime somebody come on the podcast, depending on where they stay at,
Mm-hmm.
um, but what I would like for it is to get y'all to network with other people in that surrounding area.
Mm-hmm.
That way, in case if I do set up a car meet in your area, then I want y'all to be there. And then if y'all have people y'all met through the podcast, y'all can meet them. Basically, just bring everybody together that came on the podcast. I will say though, at the end of the year, this year, I plan to do a huge event with every person who came on the podcast. We all get together and pick a spot to have that meet at,
Uh-huh.
and we all meet up for it.
Okay.
So that's also the biggest thing I'm working on this year is to get everybody together and we all pick a spot where we all can meet up at and just all meet up at the end of the year for like one like huge like just like collab event.
That'd be fun.
I'll be down.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but I'm still working on it though. So when I get more about it, I'll definitely let y'all know.
Sounds like a
So
plan.
we have 3 more segments. Now this is the favorite. This is one I was most interested on asking you two about. So when you two first met, how did cars enter the relationship? Was it early on, or did it gradually pick up?
I'd say it kind of gradually picked up just because I had a lot of knowledge about cars and she didn't have quite as much knowledge as I did. And so it was kind of like more like a me teaching her a lot of it. It's not that she didn't know cars or didn't love cars. It's just as far as the technical side of things, I enjoyed being able to teach her a lot of that stuff as far as like working on cars, understanding engines, transmissions, chassis, and all that kinds of stuff. So it was kind of more of a gradual thing, and the more she learned about it, the more she started loving it, and that's when ended up wanting to get her G8 and stuff like that. So you'd say the same thing, or
Yeah,
yeah,
because like we always talked about cars,
uh
and then I would get on his nerves all well, I still do,
yeah.
but um, but I get on his nerves just by like some of the things that I mean I would do it on purpose sometimes. Well, a lot of the times. But like I would just say something about a car, and then he's like, "No, that's not how it works." And so I would just wait for him to explain it to me. He's um, but like the more I started learning about it, cause I had a, I had like the car, my first car, was a Buick Encore with a 1.4 liter.
It was a piece
That
of
was
junk.
my first. The only thing good about that car was I had subwoofers.
That was the
That
only
was
good
the
thing
only
about
thing good about
it.
that.
Other than that, that thing sucked.
I drove it like it. I
She drove it like she stole it.
all the
That's how she
time,
drove it.
all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
And so like, but whenever like I started learning more about cars, cause I was always like, I want a Charger, cause I'm gonna have to have a 4-door. I'm getting a Charger, because that's what my dad has. And I loved it. I love it. And so I'm like, that's what I want. And then he was like, no. I was like, not. But the more I learned about
Well,
cars, is
no,
oh,
tell him why not? Because I taught you that.
well, because I was gonna start out with the V6, and
Uh-huh.
he was like, I'm not changing no water pump.
So,
Okay.
so for anybody that doesn't
That's what.
know, the maybe not the latest Pentastars. I don't know exactly how you say it. With the name of the engine for the Chrysler 3.6 V6. The earlier ones, like around like 2010 to 2016, maybe they had a bit of a problem with the water pumps. The water pumps would leak, and it was a timing chain driven water pump. So anytime that
Mm.
timing chain would start leaking, it would start leaking into your oil. If you didn't catch it soon enough, the oil would get filled with coolant. It would mess up bearings, rod bearings, and stuff like that. And in order to change the water pump, you have to take off the entire front of the engine. You have to do a timing job while you got it. It's a mess, all for a water pump. And they didn't have to design it like that. They just did. Because on her engine, hers is a 3.6, it's got timing chains, but instead of incorporating it into the timing chain system, it just sits right on top of the timing cover and it's driven by a belt. So you can just change it like you're supposed to be able to do with a water pump. So anytime she brought up the Dodge Charger, I'm like, no, we are not getting the V6 and we can't afford the V8. So you're not getting the Charger. Big old no.
Kid, my mom and my brother, um, they got the older models though. Like
Uh-huh.
I think they got the model when Charger first came back out, so like the '08.
Uh-huh.
Now I don't think that water pump connected to the timing chain
No, I did. Yeah.
because my mom got her Charger. She still got it now from '08,
Uh-huh.
and she did have to fix that a few times though. Her water pump.
Water pump. Yeah.
But my brother had the V8 from the '06 model.
Okay.
But I say for him, I don't recall him having to fix his water pump.
The 5.7s weren't that bad. Uh, they weren't they weren't super powerful, but they were some pretty good motors. Because
The
they
crazy part though, the crazy part was his '06 honestly was beating like the '14s to '15s.
really.
Bro, I'm not even bullshitting now, bro. I promise you. Like, it was one time we was going to Orlando, and I want to say it was the body style. I want to say third gen body style.
Okay.
I want to say third gen body style. And we just riding, bro. Like he already speed demon, bro. So we just riding. But then we see a charger come up. So he like aired. And I'm like, fuck it. So he take off, the charger take off. And bro, I kid you not, like it was starting to go like this. And then it stayed like that. But like he was that I don't know what the '06 had in it
Uh huh.
or what the but he legit could beat like newer chargers. The RT's owned it. Like if it was a scat or a Hellcat, no.
Yeah. Yeah. I
No.
think maybe what it was. I think those early models might not have weighed quite as much. They
They
might
don't.
have been a little bit lighter.
They most definitely like it, bro. Cause
Yeah.
and then to be honest, with my Mercedes, I've beaten newer Chargers
Yeah.
with
Well,
my
those Chargers
Mercedes.
are boats, man. Those Chargers
Big
are
bro,
boats.
big boats,
Yes.
big boats.
It's like a 4,700 pound car. That's
That's the
heavy.
only that's the only downfall. If Dodge made them cars lighter with the power they had, bro, and they made it all wheel drive, bro, like
Yeah,
who the
why?
fuck touching that?
I don't know why Dodge never offered all-wheel drive with the V8s. They only offered it with the V6s.
So fucking stupid, bro.
Yeah, like
And
you already got the system, just use it.
bro, for a good couple years, bro, Dodge was killing the game, bro.
Uh huh.
If they would have made an all wheel drive Hellcat,
Unstoppable.
bro,
Unstoppable.
That shit would have been crazy, bro. If they made all-wheel drive Hellcat. But I want to get back to the question. So tell me your favorite moment teaching her something about cars.
Ooh, that's a good question.
He might not have a lot. I gave him a lot of trouble.
My favorite moment teaching her about cars. It was probably honestly whenever when we got her G8 actually, because when we got her G8, it needed a timing job, and
Hmm.
so being able to really strip down the engine, being able to see all the components, how they all work together and stuff like that, that was the most in depth teaching experience I ever got to do with her, and so that was probably my favorite because being able to because I can you can explain something, you can watch videos on something, but to be able to actually see it in person, and
It's
when you
different.
start really understanding how the engine works, it gives you a whole new appreciation, because I know that's how I was whenever I first learned, is you get a
Hmm.
whole different appreciation for the machine once you actually understand how it works.
Agreed.
I will say, like, I watched so many videos of like how different parts of the car work, and I never, I can't fully grasp it unless I actually like see it and like help and like actually take everything apart, because I feel like videos can only do so much. Because we had to do a second timing change on my car
Yeah.
because one of the plastic guides broke, and
Mm.
so it was throwing a code. But long story short, the timer chain kit didn't come with everything it needed. We reused the same washers. It was the wrong washers because of different canisters. Blah blah blah. Got bent valves. And it wasn't until we took like the heads off that I actually like understood, because I'm like, because like you can see like videos of like the valves moving and like what they're supposed to be doing, but it's like you're like, bro, they really fit four of them in each cylinder, and it's like, and then I got to actually see like the cylinder wall, like it just made everything like so much more understandable, like seeing, because well, I mean,
Getting to see like the pistons and everything, and
yeah,
turn
how everything
when
comes apart.
uh-huh. Yep.
So I think my brother charger now is bare bones. I mean, bro, it's bare bones. He took out the seats, took up the seats, took out the seats, took the engine apart. So we don't know really what happened with
Uh,
his charger. To be honest, we was coming back from I want to say a car meet, and we just turned down the road, and his car just turned off. And after that, that motherfucker will not turn back on, and we couldn't really find the cause of what happened to the engine.
uh-huh.
So basically, he just scrapped it. But now he go rebuild it. So that's a project that made him going to start working on is rebuilding his charger back to life. Because I mean, he took literally everything apart.
So the motor locked up.
I could be wrong, so I don't know if the motor actually locked up.
Uh-huh.
Think it could have locked up.
Or just didn't want to start back up.
Just didn't want to start back up. I do know though his drive shaft came apart.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh.
Yeah, he
uh,
hit that. When we turned,
uh-huh.
we was gonna take off. He took off, but when he took off, he heard the drive shaft. It was hanging. So we don't know. We
Hanger bearing
kind of
probably went bad because those are two-piece drive shafts. So the hanger bearing probably went bad, and yeah, if that starts
so we
whipping,
don't know what happened to it.
it's not a fun time.
Mm-mm. So like for a while he didn't know to rebuild it. I mean he bought other cars in the meantime, but then one day we was talking, I was like, bro, you know the amount you spent on cars, you could have just put the car back together already. He was like, yeah, bro, I know, bro, I know. So, but what was your favorite moment
Like,
or
Learning.
learning?
man, well, all of it. No.
Answer the question.
I don't know. I really enjoy like the timing chain, like taking it apart because that's what I've always wanted to do. And well, not always, but like I've always wanted to like take it apart to see like how it works, like what all the components are. Because whenever we did the timing change on the second time, we were having to take off like firewalls and all kinds of stuff just to get everything taken out. And it's like, like everything that goes into the car, but it's like once you start taking it all apart, you're like, yo, this is a lot. I was out there with Ziploc bags. I was labeling everything so we could get to bolt. Um, and I don't know. It was just, I mean, it was like a traumatic experience because I was without my car for a while, and I was having to use my dad's and my sister's. Um, but I will say I am kind of glad it happened, just so I could really just see everything. Because for one of our two, I don't know which one. For one of our anniversaries, he bought me a 5.3, like LS.
That was last year.
Oh yeah, it was last year.
Yeah.
And so right now it's just been like sitting pretty under the carport, so I pull my car up and then my car just gets to stare at it all the time, you know.
we were planning on building it over the last year, but with what happened with the timing chains and everything, because that was a couple grand for everything that went into that. So I was like, we're gonna put it on the back burner for right now.
And then my transmission decided to spew its guts.
Yeah, that was another couple grand. Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah. So, what was is that we had that transmission rebuilt.
Fully rebuilt. Like
it was a full rebuild. The timing chains went bad a second time. Well, that guide broke, so we had to redo the timing job. Had to pull the heads because the valves got bent because of a complication with the timing job. It wasn't my fault. Well, it kind of was my fault, but it wasn't fully my fault.
There's no disclaimer. There's a disclaimer on the website. Hey.
Do I have time to go into it?
Hmm?
Okay, all right. Because I want to explain myself. I don't want nobody thinking I don't know how to do a timing job. All right, I know how to do a timing job. All right, but look. So what happened was,
if he didn't, he does now because he has pulled my car.
I pulled that car apart like 4 times
in one day.
In one day, yeah.
So I really got to learn how everything got put back together.
Okay, so what the problem was that
one day, bro.
I bought the timing kit, and I decided to get the timing kit that came with new cam phasers. Well, apparently there are 2 styles of cam phasers. There's an old style and a new style. And with the new style cam phasers, there's a thrust washer that goes between the cam phaser and the cam shaft. The new style cam phasers require a thinner thrust washer. When I say thinner, I mean like literally, I think it's a 5/1000th of an inch difference between the 2 washers. But that difference made it so that way when I torqued down on everything, when we went to go crank it up, and this is where my fault came in, is the fact that I didn't turn the engine over by hand before I tried to crank it to see if it was going to spin. So that was on me.
Because it was like the
it was like the 4th time that I put it together. So I was very confident. I'm like, okay, I got this together right. I don't need to check it. Well, went to go crank it, and it was dragging. It was dragging. But what happened is because that thrust washer was too thick, the back of the cam phaser was dragging on the camshaft, and it went to full advance when it was trying to crank. And because it was at full advance, the valves ended up just barely tapping the pistons while it was trying to crank, and it bent the valves.
I thought it was retarded. I like to say it was retarded.
It either retarded the timing or advanced it. I don't remember which one it was, but whatever the case, it dragged. It pulled the cam phasers all the way the direction they weren't supposed to go, and it bent the valves. So Why was I explaining that? I don't remember.
Oh, but like there's no disclaimer that
Oh
came in the
yeah,
box. There's no disclaimer on AutoZone
yeah.
website.
It didn't tell you that you needed the different washers. And if I needed different washers, why didn't you give me the washers? You should have
It should
just
have came with it. It
yes.
should have came with it.
I didn't come
It
with the
was
washers.
the whole kit.
It had
The whole
everything
kit.
else. It had everything else it needed. Why didn't you give me the washers?
And you don't know
It
on
should have definitely came with it,
the
bro.
manufacturer's
Yeah,
website, and then it's like disclaimer.
yeah. On the manufacturer's website, not AutoZone, not in the box that it came with. On the website from the actual manufacturer, that's where they have a disclaimer that says, "Oh, by the way, you need a different washer with these cam phasers." And I'm like, "Bro,
That
got
should
to
be
be
in the
kidding me."
box when you buy it, bro, not on
Thank
the
you. It should be a
website.
big red paper right on top of the box when you open the box.
Well, that should be something you put in the packaging, not let me put it on card, fuck up, then go back to the website. Oh, okay, no, I
Yeah,
understand now. Did that?
exactly. Again, and see, I don't even remember why I was explaining that, but I just wanted to make sure that it was understood that it wasn't 100% my fault.
I definitely feel that. So wait, y'all got a file 3 you're gonna put in her car, correct?
Yeah, so the G8s, they came with from the factory you had three options. You had the 3.6 V6,
Mm-hmm.
you have the 6.0 LS3.
Which was the GT
Wait,
model.
is it an LS3? I don't think it's an LS3. No, the 6.2 is the LS3. So the GXP came with the LS3. That was from the Camaro of that year, I believe, of the same, or they ended up putting it in the 2010 Camaro because the G8 was made in '08 and '09, and then 2010 they made the Camaro, and that's the engine that they used. But anyway, so the 5.3 is actually a truck motor, but what's so great about the LS platform is that the LS, the LQs, all those different variants of the LS platform,
Mm-hmm.
they're all pretty interchangeable. So like they use the same
Yes.
motor mounts, same heads, same intakes and everything. So we got the 5.3. We're gonna make a little bit of a Frankenstein engine, get some different heads, intake, and everything. And we're gonna end up dropping that in our car eventually. But
That'd be dope though.
yeah, it'll be a little bit different. It'll be a V8 G8, but it won't be the 6.0 or the 6.2. It'll be a little bit different.
Still a V8 though.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's still a V8.
For a good little minute, bro, me and my brother used to try to find a G8, bro, but the prices was like, nah, just not.
It
They
depends
nice
on
though, bro.
yeah, it depends on what model you're looking for, and it depends on what you're willing for it to be as far as quality is concerned, exterior and interior. So, so like hers was we got it as a one owner vehicle. So there it was an older lady in Mississippi.
Bought it off the showroom floor.
Yep, she had it since it was off the showroom floor, and we bought it, and the interior was almost perfect. It was dirty, but as far there's no tears in the seats, no cracks
Yeah.
in the dash, nothing. And the exterior needed some love. She had to do a full paint restoration on it and everything, but
Oh yeah, that was another thing. Like I don't know. This is new for me. So like my brain, it ain't like turning. That was another thing. My dad, he taught me like he would always like detail like his car and his motorcycle. And so I got a really big love of detailing. And so I got to learn how to do paint correction on my G8.
mhm.
That's what my car need, bro. My car need a paint correction.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. We spent I think 9 or 10 hours doing a full paint correction on that car. It's a lot of work.
Well, I also didn't know what I was watching YouTube.
It's still a lot of work. It's still a lot of work, but
I could do it faster now.
maybe so. But what I was saying is, so we got her car for
4200.
4,200 bucks, which was a steal for what it was. So you
Hmm.
can find them. It's just they're hard to find.
I paid roughly around the same amount for my car. I bought it cash from, but my car, my car mad old though. But I bought mine for 4 grand.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all.
Not bad at all. I was saying Nando was giving me a headache for the last 4 months. I want to say Well, I had ended up needing my knee went out. I had a cyst on the back of my knee,
Uh huh.
Oh,
and for a while I couldn't work, so I ended up losing my job. And then right after I lost my job, my car went down. So now that I'm back, now that I can get back to work, I'm trying to find me a job to get my car back on the road. But my car, it cranks, but won't start. And when it do start, it turns itself right back off.
Hmm. You got some chicken
Now,
lights?
I'm so I have no codes that tell me why it's not starting. The only code I have is a Sunder 5 misfire,
Okay.
but I have the parts to change that out. I just haven't done it yet. I
Yeah.
will say when you spray air cleaner or what is it? I forget the spray name.
Car cleaner.
When you, yeah, when you spray it into my air filters, then the car turns itself on, but then turn it back off. So I think it's a fuel issue.
Yeah, it's definitely a fuel issue.
But the thing with that is, I took a fuel pump off a working CLS and put it in my car.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got a brand new fuel sending unit. Because Mercedes come with two. Basically, I was just sit in the back seats and everything connected, like your fuel filter and everything is connected between them two pieces.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a new fuel send. I got a brand new fuel sending unit, and I got a new fuel. Not I want to say new fuel pump. It was working in the other car, but
Uh,
I could replace the fuel pump. But when I got my new fuel sending unit and I put the car in, or I put it in, it ran for like I kept it on for like 4 minutes. It ran perfectly. So I'm like, okay, well, we good.
mm-hmm.
So I'm like, well, let me test it. So I turned it off and then turned it back on. The second time I turned it back on, after put my fuel sender unit in, it turned on, but then you can hear it rev up, and then it'll rev down, then it'll rev back up, then it rev down. Then I lost power to my gas pedal, and then it turned itself back off.
Huh. Now you see, I don't. I gotta be honest with you, bro. I don't like German cars. The reason I don't like
Heck,
German cars is not that they're bad, not that they're unreliable, but man, are they complicated. And so,
very bro.
yeah, that could be maybe like a programming issue even with the fuel pump or the sending unit or something like that. So I I don't really know a whole lot about Mercedes and Beamers
Mm-hmm.
and Audis and stuff just because man they are complicated, dude.
Now, I will say, when I was doing the when I was so with my car, I was driving it actually to go get gas.
Uh-huh.
I was low on gas. I want to say I had like a quarter of a tank left. Yeah, about a quarter of a tank left. So when I was changing out my fuel system, I noticed my gas was low, like very low.
Uh-huh.
So I'm thinking just to just to cross off my checklist to add gas to it and then see what it do.
Yeah. Maybe
Because
if you got a bad line or something on that sending unit, it might not be getting up to, it might be
yeah,
sucking some air.
that's what I'm thinking. It's not getting enough. It's not getting enough gas to actually go through the system.
Build
That's
pressure.
one possibility.
Uh-huh.
I changed out my crank. I bought a brand new crankshaft percent. Goddamn. I bought a brand new crankshaft sensor.
Uh-huh.
I put that in. Um, that's one reason why I want to start. The next thing I'll do is probably check my fuel injectors. But I put Lucas cleaning treatment in it. So that was that. And then
Get you
I
some
guess
note.
something else up, bro. Now I guess now the last to do is check my fuses or to buy a brand new fuel pump.
Uh-huh.
And if that don't work, it's gonna just sit until I get the real money to either begin new engine or take it apart and really really try to figure out what's
Yeah.
wrong with it.
Could I give you a suggestion?
Go ahead.
So I would say get a fuel pressure gauge.
Mm-hmm.
You can either buy one if you want, or you can rent one from AutoZone. They rent those out. So get a fuel pressure gauge, check your fuel pressure. If you've got fuel pressure, get some fuel injector node lights. It plugs into the fuel injector plug, and as you
Mm-hmm.
crank it, it'll kind of blink to let you know whether or not you're actually getting signal to your fuel injectors. So
Oh,
therefore, if you've got fuel pressure and you've got signal to your ignition, to your injectors, then it might be maybe a couple of bad injectors or something like that. But you that should be able to give you an idea of where to go next, is to see if you have fuel pressure and to see if you have signal to your injectors.
And that's the next step. Next step is to take my fuel wheel apart, take the injectors off, and try to properly clean them, or just eventually just get new ones.
Yeah.
The one thing about a German car I hate, I want to say roughly, to get all new 8 injectors, just the injectors itself is probably like 12, 1200, 11.
Man,
Range between 8. I'm gonna say at most it'd be like close to 8 to 12.
dang. You can
If
get
I
them.
was to do a tune up on my car, spark plugs and coils, just on brand new coils for all cylinders, it's like another almost 8, 7.
Man.
Spark plugs, like the spark plugs is spark plugs around spark plugs. They cheap. So for those it'd be like 80 for the spark plugs, but for the other stuff, bro, like for if I was to get brand new injectors and then brand new coils, I think just off those two it's about 15.
Yeah.
Brand new, like all brand new.
You can get your injectors cleaned and tested, like bench flowed, because I had to do that on my Prelude about a month ago. I got them cleaned and they bench flowed them and everything, and it was only like, I think they only charged me $20 per injector just to
It's
clean
not
them
bad, dude.
and everything. Just, I mean, that's cheaper than just going out and buying new ones, because if you don't have to.
Oh yeah, if I ain't got to, I definitely don't want to.
Yeah. Maybe get them checked first. That'll at least give you an idea to make sure that they're all working properly. Or if there is one that's bad, or like it's not, because it's basically like a bunch of little beakers, and it'll show you exactly how much flow each injector is getting, and they should all be within, like, I think 10% ish of each other. As long as they're all within 10%, then you're good.
I'm gonna take it apart probably. I should have time this week or next weekend.
Yeah, gotta love them German cars, man.
When they work, yeah.
Yeah, when they work, they're fantastic. They're fantastic.
When they work, exactly, bro. But other than that, like, cause my starter went out. That was like 498.
Yeah, that's a lot
For a starter?
for a starter.
Mhm.
Yeah,
just
that adds
just my just my fuel system itself. The fuel pump like 340. The fuel center unit about another like 360.
mm, yeah.
Yeah, if I would have known that before, I probably wouldn't have got that car. But I've grown to love it, so it's. I will say though, it's worth the maintenance. I would say, in my opinion, it is.
Yeah,
I feel it.
they're worth it. It's just whether or not you want it, whether or not you want to be okay with it. Basically, like for me personally, I think they're fantastic cars. I know they perform awesome. Some of the best performing cars out there, but I don't want nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to have one if he's gonna be the one working on it. He's like, you can get one. But you're gonna have to get another one once that warranty wears off.
Yeah, I'm not working on them things.
Mm.
I worked on one Audi before, and it was a nightmare. Like, bro, the amount of hoses and vacuum lines and the way all the wiring is set up, it was. I hated every second
Now,
of it.
I will say this: mm, my model really isn't that bad. Like
Yeah.
when you open the engine bay, really everything's like right there for you.
Uh
So like you can see my coils without having to take apart the entire engine. You just gotta take off the air filter and
yeah.
everything is right there for you.
Okay.
Now my friend BMW and my homeboy Audi,
Yeah.
fuck no. What are you talking
the
about, bro?
the Audis are the worst culprits. The Audis are the worst ones.
My friend had a BMW 550. BMW 550. Bro, when you open his engine bay, there is no space at all.
Uh-uh.
Bro, I'm straight, bro. No,
Yeah.
I'm straight.
There's an Audi I seen they were doing a video on about the timing job. No, it wasn't even was it even a timing job? No, it was a water pump. To change the water pump, you have to pull the engine because the water. I'm pretty sure somebody's gonna tell me I'm wrong, but I probably am wrong. But whatever it was at the back of the engine,
Mm.
and the way it was drilled, like it was at the back of the engine, and then there was a shaft that went up the side, up to the front. And in order to change it, you had to pull the whole motor out and separate the engine from the transmission just to be able to access. I'm like, why did we have to do this? This was so unnecessary.
Oh God, bro. I'm getting new car at that point. I'm getting a brand new car at that point.
Yeah, I don't like dealing with that kind of stuff. But
Yeah,
that's German engineering, man. They like making things complicated, but they make it work.
they make it work. Sadly. So I want to ask a question. So y'all basically come in two different styles, right? You got muscle, and then I heard you say prelude, right?
Yeah.
So I can ask this question. Like, what more? I know you said your dad probably takes you towards muscle, right? So, what really got you towards the, I want to say like JDM type style?
Well, I have a very interesting story about that. So, well, on top of being influenced by like Need for Speed and stuff, so like Need for Speed Most Wanted, my favorite car was the Supra. Once I think it was Blacklist member number 14. He had the Supra. Once I beat him and I got that Supra, I kept that Supra to the end of the game and I beat every single dude. I love that Supra to death. But anyway, so my dad had an employee and he had a it was an S13 240SX and he had it swapped with an RB25 which was out of a Nissan GTS.
Okay.
I don't remember exactly what model GTS it was, but it's basically like the rear wheel drive version of the GTR. So it's almost the same, but not quite. But anyway, it was still an RB swap, regardless of what it was. But so whenever he came to interview with my dad, he pulled up in the car and man, I went out there because I recognized the 240 from one of my games. I think it was probably Underground 2 maybe because I had a 240 in Underground 2. And so I recognized the car. I was like, man, it's a cool car. And so he opened the hood. He showed me what was going on. He started explaining it to me. And I seen that big old turbo he had on the side of it. And he said, go stand right here. So he put me in a very specific spot on the side of his car. And he revved it. And the blow off valve blew right in my face. Dude, changed my life. Changed my life. I fell in love with that car. And ever since then, I've been chasing that high ever since then, right? It was one of the most influential things as a child that really made me love tuners. Just turbos, high revving, inline sixes. Man, it didn't matter what it was. If it was a tuner, I wanted it. So I've that's what made me really fall in love with it. That was the coolest experience. And then on top of that, he actually let me drive that car. That was the
Really?
first, yes, that was the first manual car I actually ever drove. He had the transmission was a T56. Um, and he had the differential was welded, so it was both of them back wheels were completely locked up. And so he kind of explained to me because I had driven like a manual four wheeler before, so I
Hmm.
kind of understood a little bit how to operate the clutch. But he explained it to me, and then we went down to the end of we lived on a dead end street. We went down to the end, and he made me do a clutch dump. So he said, "Look, what I want you to do," he said, "just hold the gas all the way to the floor because he had a two step on it." He said, "Hold the gas all the way to the floor, hold the clutch in, and whenever you're ready," he said, "just let go of the clutch pedal and hold on." So sure enough, we went down to the end, And I got on that gas, and man, when I let that clutch pedal go, that car went crazy because he had it fully gutted. He just had two
Mhm.
seats in it. There was nothing else in it. He had a roll cage, coilovers, and everything. And man, when that thing took off, it was crazy. It was crazy, dude. And that's so I fell in love with that car, man. That's really what got me into tuners because I've never forgotten that experience.
Facts. That's something you can't forget though.
No, man. And he actually wanted to sell me that car when I was like 16. He wanted to sell me that car for $5,000, and
Still.
my dad refused to let me buy that car, and I hold that against my dad to this day. He refused to let me buy that car, and I've never forgotten it. I remind him about it at any chance I get. I remind him about it.
I would too, bro. So another question I want to ask: what is something that you two admire about the other style and taste?
Would you like to go first?
Mm, I guess.
Uh-huh.
um. Well, I like the tour because I never actually got to sit in one and like actually experience one until he got the Prelude. Um, I think it's pretty dope that his itty bitty little 4 cylinder can. I think it's crazy how much power like they can actually push, like how well those engines were built to be able to do everything that they can. Well, I mean, you have to like build it further, but it's still crazy like that it can still handle all that, and it's a completely different experience um than just the rear wheel drive boat you that you just gotta hit the gas pedal with. Because his was also did not have. I respect manuals. I respect them. Respect anybody that wants to drive a manual. Respect. I love that. But the only manuals I had ever been in growing up were by people who could not drive manuals. And I was just like, bro, is this what a manual is? Like, what is this?
Constant rocking back and
And
forth.
like, and that is something that I enjoy about his is that, well, I mean, it's kind of scary because like one of the first times I rode in it, I don't want to embarrass him, but I guess it don't matter.
I stall all the
He
time.
stalled out,
Okay, I stall all the time.
and there was a car coming behind us. I'm like, wait, are your brake lights still on? Do they notice that? But I love tuners because I love how. Sorry, my dog.
He's
Oh,
being
good.
ridiculous.
He's
Come here. Oh.
um. I think it's awesome, like how everything just works the way it does, cause like his like exhaust comes right at the top, like from the engine bay, like right from the turbo.
Yeah, it's got a hood dump. So.
It was hood though.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But I also love the tuner style because if I wouldn't have gotten a G8, my next pick would have been like a 370. Just
Okay.
because I love the creativity and everything that you can do with them. I'm not saying like you can't do it with like muscle cars, but like the creativity with like the JDM and the
Yeah,
tuners, it's completely different.
yeah, the body kit,
Yes,
the wheels and
I
stuff
agree.
like that is
I
completely
bro, I
different.
totally agree, bro. Totally different market, bro. For real, for
Yeah,
real.
yeah. Now, what was the question? Because I know I was supposed to answer it too.
Oh, my bad. I got carried
You
away.
get.
What is that?
I think
What
it's
do
like
you admire about her taste in
yeah.
cars?
So
Not much.
No, I like the American Muscle side too, because that's kind of what I grew up with a lot. Because like my dad had like a Caprice, and he had an El Camino S10, all kinds of stuff, and he would build old, small blocks Chevys and stuff like that. And so I've always appreciated that. But I the thing I admire about the American Muscle culture is just the simplicity of it all. Like just a push rod engine. Like the fact that you can take a small block Chevy without you don't need an ECU, you don't need any kind of extra electronics. You don't even need a digital speedometer or anything. You can run it off of a cable, and all you need is just a battery to be able to start the engine. You can disconnect that battery, and as long as that engine has fuel, it'll keep running. It'll just keep running without any kind of electronic controls or anything like that. Just with a carburetor, push rod, camshaft. That's all. That's all you need. It's and the simplicity of it. That's the thing I love about it. So I never mind working on old school American Muscle stuff because it's just so simple and there's kind of a beauty to it. But at the same time, of course, I like my tuners. Being able to whip out my laptop, throw a little
Mm,
in there. I love that.
I think the most dangerous thing you could ever see is a Civic with a laptop.
Yep. Yep. Or in my case, a Prelude with a laptop.
Because I'm not to you, when I first got into the car scene, bro, it was just pure muscle. Like I never really even paid attention to like the other aspects of like the car scene.
Uh-huh.
I just want me a Charger or a Challenger, or even a Camaro. I'm scared of Mustangs, bro. I'm gonna put it out there. I'm scared of them.
I don't blame you.
Like
I don't blame you.
Mustangs look good, and even though I don't want to admit it, I think out of the muscle cars, them get the loudest. They kind of sound the best too. Just being honest, bro. So, but my brother had a V6 Mustang, and that car still lost control. How?
Solid rear
So
axle.
Was there a crowd
probably
nearby? No. Okay.
it's at a red light. As soon as he went to turn, well,
Uh-huh.
actually, it was this fiance driving at a red light. As soon as she went to turn, the car just spun out. He trying to blame her for it, and I'm like, Jay, you know, bro, Mustangs are known for this, bro.
Uh-huh.
He was like, no, bro, she didn't learn how to drive it. I said, it don't matter how good of a driver you are, bro. Mustangs will kick out at any given moment, bro. It's just a Mustang problem. Bro. I was like, but you know that. And bro, to this day, he's still blaming her for the car spinning out. And I'm like, you blaming her for a Mustang thing, bro. That don't make sense. That don't make sense. But once I started to get more into the car scene, bro, I will say JDMs, the KDMs, bro, the creativity on the cars, bro, be crazy.
For
Like
sure.
crazy work. And then I recently got into like not recently, but like once I started to really get into the JDM side, I fell in love with the older NXX,
Uh-huh.
the R33s, R34s. I want to say one is a Sylvia. I want to say it's a
Yes.
Sylvia.
Love
Um, Even the S13s, I started to fall in love with, bro. Cause I'm like, there's the sense of style that market has, bro, is so different from muscle.
for sure.
So I definitely get that, bro. Cause like I said, when I got into the car scene, like my options opened up way more, way more. But that is something that I do like though. And then that it just gives the car scene more variety than just being like one. And then that's what I've been telling people about. It's my a little off topic, but um, I've been telling people about the car scene. Like one thing about the car scene now we have to respect is the new lane it opened for itself because not everybody in it to be a racer, not everybody in it to be a builder.
Yep.
Like it legit opened up a new lane for itself based off just cosmetics. And whether you respect our bills or you don't respect our bills, what you have to respect is the passion for the car scene, the passion that they still want to be a part of the car scene. Not everybody built for speed.
Yeah.
Not everybody built to go fast. Like, so if they want to come in the car scene and build a clean car, and that's what they want their build to represent, let them do that. By all means, let them do that. Because again, everything evolves and everything changes, and now the car scene is just evolving in a new way. It's still the same. You still got the people who want to build like a true build, like engine and everything. You still have people who race, but now it's just giving the spot for people who just want a really clean car with some mods done to it. Not a lot of mods, just some, just give it that little extra push.
Yep.
So, and I feel that's another reason why the car scene also is going downhill, because we're not understanding that new market in the car scene.
No, yeah, for sure. I agree. I agree with that a lot. Um, yeah, and that new corner of the car scene probably came a lot from like SEMA culture, where like it's cars that are built just to bring to SEMA, and it's all about aesthetics.
Like that Miata that had like a little Lambo, but it turned out to be like an LS.
Yeah, that was a whole fiasco, but no, so like yeah, it's the just the cosmetic aspects of it, and there's nothing wrong with that, but it's like if you show up, especially like car shows around here, if you show up with a car that's decked out all kind of aesthetic mods, and you don't have anything done performance wise, somebody's gonna judge you.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's gonna judge you.
Mm-hmm.
They shouldn't, but they're going to, and I completely agree with you on that.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, and no hate on cars that haven't had anything done and they just like buy them, but I would much rather, cause like they had this one car and I was like, bro, if I had a Malibu, that's what I would do. It was slammed on some wheels. It had like I don't know. It just looked so
It
good.
did look good. Yeah, it looked really good. It was
And
what year? What model Malibu was that? It was like a 2012 or something like that.
I don't know, but it was like the pretty one.
Yeah, it was like a 2012 Malibu, and man, he had it slammed on some wheels and with some camera and everything. I'm like, bro, that thing looks sick.
Bro, I seen it was a car show here in Daytona at Sound Enough where I seen a wide body Prius.
Oh yeah,
Somebody really made a Prius, bro, stand out. Like, how do you make a Prius stand out, bro? I would never be able to truly understand it, bro.
was it an old Prius
Uh,
or a new one?
Older Prius,
Okay, see, I've never seen that before.
bro. He had it wide body. He had it lowered, and he had it. It was like a greenish, like kind of like a chrome green almost.
Yeah,
But he put a body kit. I don't know if it's a he or she, but they put a body kit on it, and they had to lower it. And I'm looking, I'm like, I know this is not what I think it is. Like in my head, I'm like, it's a Prius, but in my head, I'm like, what that, bro? If I think I got a video of it. I think if I do, I'm sending y'all. But when
yeah,
I
yeah.
say, bro, like when I definitely say, bro, like he had it, I looked at it and I was like, this car really don't belong here, bro. I said, but the way that they built it, it it belonged to, bro. Like,
Yeah,
all, bro, I gave it all respect, bro. It was real clean, bro. And that's when I was just like, you can, not anything. You can't take anything and make it nice, but most cars you can take them and make them look, and you can put your vision, bro. Put it to it, bro, and it'll pop.
for sure.
It'll definitely pop. So we really have like just 3 more questions for the podcast, then we done. Um, I want to ask, how has cars strengthened y'all like connection?
Did I go first last time?
Ah, fine. uh, so I feel like it's for the most part it's something for us to be able to bond over. So like whenever whenever we're just out and about, especially like when she was still learning. Uh,
Well, I still am.
well, I'm talking about when you didn't know nothing. When you didn't know nothing.
I just do Challengers, Chargers, Camaros,
Yeah.
Mustangs.
But the thing I appreciated was that she didn't just leave it at the fact that she didn't know anything. She was always asking questions, and so like we'd see a vehicle or like I'd point out something that she'd never seen before or she didn't understand anything about, and she'd ask me questions about it. I'd explain it to her.
You sure I can't put a bigger turbo on my Buick?
And so it was just questions that were asked, and just it was something for us to be able to bond over, make conversation about it, something to be able to, we'd sit down and watch videos together, learn about stuff together. It's so it was kind of just something to be able to really get into. Because I mean, we don't really have a whole lot of other hobbies. I mean, we used to play video games a lot together, but when you get older and you gotta go to work all day long, you don't really have a whole lot of time for video games anymore. So
True.
so besides that, it was something that we can really just be able to do together and talk about together, regardless of where we were. It didn't matter if we were driving to the grocery store or just sitting at the house. We could still talk about it and have fun.
And it's a whole nother level. Like, and I love this so much because we always like, no, I want to drive.
Oh.
Like, because I love driving.
Yeah.
He loves driving. So that was always the little kicker, because I'm like, fine, I'll let you drive, but I'm driving back.
Uh-huh.
But now that we both have cars,
we take 2 cars everywhere. We take 2 cars everywhere.
Almost everywhere.
Almost everywhere. The only time we don't take 2 cars is if one of our cars is broken, or like if we're going to church. Like when we ride to church, we go together in my truck. But like if we're going out to eat or something like that, or even just going grocery shopping, if both of our cars are working, we're taking both cars.
But like, mine's the grocery getter, so.
But we both love driving, and so it's like, well, why not?
Hey, bro, why not, bro?
Why not? And plus, that means we can both look cool.
Mm-hmm. That's dope, bro. I love that for real, bro. Going forward, what's something you want to see positive in the car community?
I'd like to see. Do you have an answer? I might have to think about mine a little bit.
Uno momento.
All right. Well, I'd say I'd like to see just more. I want to see more people just get into it, honestly, because I feel like it's, despite the fact that there is, the newer generation coming up and enjoying it, I feel like it's becoming dominated by people that are more established, that have the money to be able to dump into builds and buy cars and stuff like that. And I feel like the car scene is getting more and more dominated by those people. Not that it's necessarily a bad thing, because obviously they still have a place in the car community. They carried it.
They still got a nice car.
Yeah, they still got nice cars, and I appreciate that. But I'd like to see more younger people getting into it and being accepted into it. And not being like we were talking about earlier, not being judged just because you don't have the best or the newest or the best, the most built or anything like that. So just more younger people being willing, like who is it we were talking to? There was somebody, I don't remember what it was, but they didn't think that their car was cool enough to bring to a car show. Like there's a guy I met the other day, actually. He's got an S14 240SX. It's not clean. It was filthy when I saw it, and so I kind of chatted him up. I'm like, you should come and want a car meet. He's like, oh no. I was like, my car's not good for a car meet. My fender's messed up. I'm like, bro, just come. Like, you got a cool car. I want to look at it more. I can't sit here at the gas station and look at it all day, but I can do it at a car meet. So I want to see more people be more willing to come to car meets and be part of the culture. Your turn.
I had it. I guess it would probably be like the same, because you have to start somewhere, and what better place to start than with other people who share the same passion. Because, and like, it really does not matter what you like. If you love what you drive, you want to put in the work, you want to put in the effort, then you should be able to do it. Because I remember there was one car show. I was so excited because it was like a little meet. I was so excited because there was like three other Gs over there. I mean, I was the only V6, but I, that's not the point. But they had this guy, and he parked so far away, and I don't even know how long, because I had seen the car there, but like I just thought it was like for someone that worked at one of the shops. But he eventually came up to talk to me, and he was like, "Oh yeah, that's what I drive over there." I said, "Why you parked over there?" And but like he didn't think that his car was anything because he had it was a Pontiac G6, and he was like, "Oh," but I'm just like, "Well, you got the GT like," and and so then we look, and because he didn't really know. So I'm like, well, let's go to the back. So we go to the back, and it said GT. I'm like, bro, you got the V6 G6. That's dope. Like you got the loaded out G6, but
Mhm.
because he didn't think it was anything, like he didn't want to like be in the meet. But me and my friend, we eventually got him to come park by us. Um, but it's just like that. Like it doesn't matter whichever. Like you're there. Like you want to learn. You want to be a part of it. I want to see more like that because everybody starts somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
and
Everybody starts somewhere.
I want more people to feel
Welcomed.
yeah, more welcomed into it. Cause I still be saying I still say some really stupid stuff, and I was like, oh. And so like you can't say anything too stupid. You just gotta learn. I mean,
Hmm.
Yep.
I will say to you, Silver, respect, same as Andrew, about making him feel welcome and wanted into the scene because it's one thing to outcast yourself, but it's another thing to have somebody literally be like, nah, bro, like you deserve to be here. You should come be a part of this. So respect to both of y'all for both doing, the good deeds for the car scene that we need more of. Like that's what we really need. So major respect for y'all for doing that. Like I said, that's truly what we need more in the car scene. And for y'all to go out y'all way to make somebody feel wanted in this space truly is a blessing to the car scene because I'm pretty sure everybody else made him feel unwanted. And for you, Andrew, with your journey, and then for you, Silver, with you doing that for him, it really made him feel wanted in the car scene, and that can change a lot for a person. That could really change a lot for a person. So just by y'all doing that, y'all really are setting the standard for what we need more of in the car scene.
For sure.
So
We definitely need more of it.
before I ask our last question, I did put out a very limited drop, and you've been seeing it, you just don't know what it is. It's this.
Mm-hmm. That
I've
shirt.
been looking at that.
So, it's only 25 will be made. The
25
link
shirts
is in,
altogether.
yeah, the
Oh,
link is in the bio. I make them at home,
okay.
so they handmade. And actually, the first one, like so you can't see it, but it's this right here. And as you can see, it's
One of
number one of
25.
25.
Nice.
So I'm sending it off tomorrow. But just in case, um, shipping is free. I cover shipping. Like I said, I make them at home. So just if y'all want to be a part of the community in that way, y'all can.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
um, if not, y'all already supported the community by being here today. But I just thought I'd show it off, give everybody a chance to see it. I can't post a link on TikTok, so everything is on my Instagram.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out.
I have been
But
looking
I do.
because like the vibrancy of the lights, it really makes it. I don't know. That's dope. I like
Yeah,
because
it's
it
a cool
really looks
design.
like it's lit.
Yeah, it's a cool design. I like it.
I have so much. I have a lot more coming. but I want to do them in limited drops that were like um just it's like a special piece of the community. This is the very first drop. I mean, I have most shirts. Like I have one on now,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to say it's the is it the Big Brother? Yeah. So it's this one. Well, if you can't see it now, but
Okay, yeah.
Nice.
so
Little Arthur.
I will potentially this might go out soon. I might gatekeep this shirt. I'm not gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna give everybody a chance to actually get it if it's something that they want. But it is the first community drop for the community. So it's like I say, if it's something y'all want to be part of, y'all can. If not, y'all support it already by being here. And the last question of the day is: if you could put a message on a billboard for the car community, what would it be?
You want me to go first?
Yep, you first.
Okay. Opinions don't turn wrenches. Meaning, like, it doesn't matter what people think. They're not the ones putting in the work. They're not the ones that are driving it. They're not. It's not theirs. It's just their opinion. So don't let anybody's opinion of what you want to do, you know, stop you from doing that, because you're the one turning that wrench. You're the one that's, you know, it's your car, and nobody should ever try to, you know, get you to not do something that you love.
Agreed.
Oh, my turn. Okay. So what I would put is ride your ride, because that has a lot to do with the clout chasing. So,
Hmm.
stop. Don't do something because you want attention. Don't do something because you think that somebody else might think it's cool. Um, don't go out street racing because you think that's what you have to do to get respect from somebody. Don't put yourself financially in a bad spot just because you're trying to get respect from somebody. Like, ride your ride. Worry about yourself. However you want to build your car, build it like that. If you want to build it to go cruise, if you want to build it just to sit there and look at it, that's fine. Ride your ride. And don't let nobody tell you how to ride your ride, and don't try to ride your ride like somebody else is riding theirs.
Well said. Well said. um, yeah, both both of y'all was well said. Again, if y'all do have something that y'all want to get up y'all chest, right now y'all can. If not, I'll let y'all get to y'all day.
Well,
I did.
I did steal a candy bar the other day. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, man. No, we appreciate you having us on. This is a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it.
It it definitely was. I enjoyed hearing both perspectives at the same time. It is dope. I love y'all bond and how y'all know how cars took it further, and then I love how you was being a teacher. I love how you was willing to learn. We all start from somewhere, like we both kept saying, and just basically seeing y'all go from like starting out to now is dope. I'm looking forward to that 5-3 bill. I said I'm gonna be paying attention. I'm gonna keep y'all in contact. I'm gonna stay in contact. So I say I want to build this into a true community. I have a Discord, just brain fart. I don't talk about it, but I do have a Discord that I'm trying to build up. Um, so if there's something I say y'all want to be a part of, let me know and I can get y'all in the Discord.
Okay.
I did send the link for the shirt to your Instagram. I couldn't find yours, Andrew, but I want to say I found yours, Silver. So
Mine,
I sent the link.
mine is Dat Prelude. DAT Prelude.
I got you. I'll follow you right now.
Yeah, I think I follow your page already from that account. Pretty sure I do.
Wow. Yep. And I already follow you.
Yep, that's me.
No face, that's why.
Yeah, sorry.
But again, thank y'all for coming on. I thank y'all for your time. I really appreciate y'all being a part of this community and a part of this family. I am working on a group chat if that's something y'all interested in making with everybody else who's been on the podcast.
Okay.
So, and then if y'all want to come back on when I have more guests, I will say I'm gonna start doing co-hosts. I'm gonna let the community be a part of a co-host. So if something you're interested in, just let me know.
Yeah,
Um,
sure.
what I want to start doing is trying to find people who want to be a part of the car scene, but don't know how to get into it.
Uh-huh.
So we can bring them on and then bring on a co-host with me, somebody who's been a part of the car scene or somebody who's actually trying to get into it at the same time.
Yeah.
Then we actually talk to them of like their taste, their opinion, kind of get them set up right in the car scene going for it. So it's also something
I'd love
I
to help.
want to do as well.
Yeah, I'd love to help out.
I think that'd be dope, right? But I thank y'all really. Thank y'all for coming on tonight. I thank y'all for giving me y'all time to tell us y'all story. I really appreciate it. It's a beautiful story. Give me like a day or two to get everything edited, and then it'll be up on YouTube. But I'll start posting shorts early as tomorrow.
Okay, awesome.
So again, I thank y'all for coming on. Again, I thank y'all for your time. I just thank y'all for being a part of this
Absolutely.
community.
you for
Thank you,
having
man.
us.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And thank you for what
Yeah,
you're doing for the community, man. We really appreciate it.
always, bro. I'm trying my hardest, bro. And like I always say, I can't do it by myself. So I thank y'all more though, because y'all the reason that why it keeps going. So I thank everybody for coming on tonight. Thank you for your time, for listening, for being here, supporting. And always remember that it's your car, it's your story, but this is our community. So thank y'all and have a great night.